to be gotten just a little bit of a piece of that one for Beckstrom. Head back towards the backstop, and that is going to keep the count here at 1-2.
Beckstrom is a .542 hitter on the year with 7 homers and 32 RBIs.
And that one's going to be high and tight, and that's going to even up the count here to 2-2.
My 42 average is pretty standard here on this Lady Dons team.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Here's that 2-2 pitch. That's going to be sent on over to the shortstop, Dreamweaver, who makes the throw on over there to first, and that's going to be the first out of the inning for the Red Women as Gabby Beckstrom grounds out there to the shortstop.
And a lot of softball coaches dream of having a shortstop like Dreamweaver out there at short.
And you know that's right. That was a good, solid, fundamental play over there by Dreamweaver, and that now brings up the ever-so-dangerous Jordan Bate for the Lady Dons.
Bate is 0 for 2 on the day, flying out to left back in the third inning and grounding out to the pitcher in the first.
She's going to take that one for strike one.
But you would expect that that won't last, as it seems like every game that we do, Jordan Bate finds a way to get on base and get base hits.
Absolutely. She definitely is one of the premier hitters in this lineup, but she fouls that one away, and she is now in an 0-2 count here. And there's one out now in the fifth with Gabby Beckstrom grounding out to shortstop for the first at bat. Now Jordan Bate up here with an 0-2 count. She's going to rip that one right into center field, and that is going to be a single for Jordan Bate, as that is definitely what Jordan Bate does. All she does is basically get on base here for the Lady Dons.
And again, almost a very sloppy play by the Cedar City Red Women there. A very unnecessary throw from the center fielder, Denham Henkel, throwing it all the way to the first baseman, Johnson. And fortunately, she was able to make a nice pick on a one-hop there, or else that gets away, and Bate would have been able to move over to second.
And once again, kind of a bit of a, as you were saying there, a defensive miscue, as now it's going to be Briley Rudd up for the Lady Dons, and she's going to take that one on the outside corner for strike one.
Rudd and Bate, the real power duo on this team, combining for 39 home runs so far this season.
And that one is going to be ripped down the left field line there for...
Watch out, Travis, again.
Yeah, once again, Travis has got to be keeping his head on there. So that's an 0-2 count now. We've got one out here in the inning. It is the
top of the fifth inning here.
Brain fart there, folks. It's just one of those days for me. As it's top of the fifth, we've got a runner on first, and an 0-2 count here to Rudd. Sends that one out into the outfield. Center fielder calling everyone off and is able to catch that one. A nice play by Denham Henkel. And that is going to keep Jordan Bate over there at first base, and that is the second out of the inning for the Lady Dons.
Yeah, Lady Dons leading 4-1 here in the top of the fifth. Scoring 3 runs in the top of the third, 1 more in the top of the fourth. The Red Women scoring 1 run in the bottom of the third on a homer off the bat of Dreamweaver, their only run today. And our Lady Dons have a nice, steady 4-1 lead here in the top of the fifth.
And that's going to be strike one there to Island Sharp.
And Aislinn Sharp.
Aislinn.
With the 0-1 count coming now.
Ow. Oh, that's not going to feel nice, as that one is fouled into her helmet. It's going to sting a little bit.
Yeah, good thing she has a mask up there in softball. A lot of times these players wear masks that play with their helmet, and able to avoid taking a ball to the face there because of it.
Absolutely. That's why you've got it there, is now it's going to be an 0-2 count here to Sharp. Now it's going to be just outside. So it's now moving the count on over to 1 ball on 2 strikes.
2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Jordan Bate on first, reaching on the single. The 1-2 coming now to Sharp.
And that is going to be ripped right down the line. And that is going to be gone, as Sharp absolutely mashes that one, and it stays fair. And that is going to be a 2-run home run there for the Lady Dons, and that is going to move the score on over to 6-1 in favor of the Lady Dons, as Sharp just absolutely mashes it, is now getting all sorts of high fives, runs through the tunnel there. And that is going to extend the lead there for the Lady Dons.
And off the bat, The only question was whether this ball was going to stay fair or not. It was absolutely crushed, and it was right down the line, able to stay just about 2 feet inside that left field line for a big 2-run homer with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, and the Dons now extending their lead to 6-1 over the Red Women. And Aislinn Sharp has been one of the real premier hitters for this Lady Dons team so far in this tournament.
Yeah, Sharp definitely doing her job there with that 2-run blast, and now it brings up Briley Young. Again, the score is now 6-1 in favor of the Lady Dons over the Cedar City Red Women, and there's now 2 outs here, and that is going to be strike 1 there to Briley Young. Young grounded out to the third baseman in her first at bat and had a single in the 4th, as that one is sprayed foul over towards first base, and that is now going to be an 0-2 count to Briley Young.
A quick word on Aislinn Sharp. That is her 5th home run so far in this state tournament. So absolutely mashing the ball, and her 10th home run in the year. So congrats to her on getting to double-digit home runs now.
Yeah, definitely an awesome season there for Sharp, doing her job. And here comes that 0-2 pitch. So that is going to be lightly popped up behind the plate, as Briley Young is able to stay alive here in this at-bat.
Coming into the state tournament, Sharp only had 5 home runs all season, adding 5 more in the state tournament. So if there's an essence of clutch factor there, she defines clutch so far for the Dons here in this 4A state tournament.
Absolutely, she's been spectacular. As there is going to be a pitch upstairs, as Briley Young now works the count to 1-2.
Briley Young reaching on a single her last time up.
Now it is once again going to be popped up. This time it actually gets out over towards us, actually, is able to get that one back in. And once again, Briley Young staying alive in this one with this 1-2 count. Young's done a nice job on the mound as well, as she's only given up 1 run, and now she's hoping to help her cause here at the plate, maybe get on base and give the Lady Dons another potential opportunity to score in this inning. Again, there are 2 outs here, as that one is going to be low and outside. She's going to even up the count here to 2-2.
Yeah, nice pitch there by Mackenzie Waters, almost catching the corner there, but a good eye by Young, working the count even now.
Yeah, as you said, that one didn't miss by much, as here's that 2-2 pitch. Once again, that's going to be popped up, and this one is going to get out of play. Pooh Johnson gives chase on that one, but it does head on out of play, and Briley Young just battling up there.
Lady Dons leading 6-1 in this one here in the top of the 5th. 2 outs and a 2-2 count now coming to Young. Lady Dons able to add to their lead a little bit here in the top of the 5th. 4-1 coming into the inning, but a single off the bat of Bate and a big 2-run blast off the bat of Sharp was able to extend the lead to 6-1 here.
That one is going to be in the dirt, and Briley Young has worked her way into a nice full count here. In full count, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, and here comes that payoff pitch. And that is going to be mashed out into right field. And the right fielder is going to make a misplay on that one, and it is going to go over the fence for one of the wackier home runs you will see, folks, as that ball is hit by Briley Young out in right field. It bounces off of Sean Bauman's glove, and she is going to run through the tunnel as well, as that is the 2nd homer of this inning for the Lady Dons, and that moves the score on over to 7-1 in favor of the Lady Dons.
And take another look at this one. It was not going to go over the fence. It was going to come up just short, probably be a double off of the wall, but assisted off the glove of the right fielder, Sean Bauman, as that ball bounces over the wall, and that is the 3rd home run on the year now for Briley Young.
Man, what an absolutely wacky play. You remember Jose Canseco back in the day where it bounced off his head. That was just, this one feeling just about as weird and unfortunate ending to Kenzie Waters' day, as they are bringing in a new pitcher, getting her all warmed up. But just to kind of recap here, the score is 7-1 in favor of the Lady Dons. 2 home runs in this particular inning, 1 by Sharp and 1 by Young. And, man, it has been an absolute offensive onslaught here now for the Lady Dons.
Yeah, back-to-back home runs for the Lady Dons in a little bit of unusual fashion. Neither one a sure thing off the bat. Aislinn Sharp ripping a 2-run blast down the left field line that was able to stay fair by just about 2 feet inside that line. And with 2 outs, a really big rally here for the Dons, who have extended their lead from 4-1 to 7-1 with the 2-run homer by Sharp. And then a little bit of an interesting homer. Reminds me of the Jose Canseco bounce off the top of his head over the fence for a home run in the MLB a good 15, 20 years ago.
And that one is also going to be ripped, but this one out to center field as the center fielder dives for it, but unfortunately Hinkle is not able to come up with it, as that is going to be a single for Amanda Mitchell. Seeing that first pitch and just rips it out into center field, and there's another base runner for the Lady Dons.
Yeah. Henkel almost able to make a nice diving play there. Initially she had it in her glove, but squirted out at just the last minute. And Mitchell able to reach base for the second time today. The pitcher on the mound for Cedar City.
Oh, man, and that is going to be ripped in between the shortstop and third baseman as Murray Condi now gets two runners here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th here, as that moves Mitchell on over to second base, and that is going to be the 4th straight hit here for the Lady Dons.
Yeah, with 2 outs, Sharp with the homer, then Young with the homer, and then Amanda Mitchell and Condi with back-to-back singles, as there are runners on first and second now. They're moving so quickly I can't even announce this new pitcher. The new pitcher for the Red Women today is the senior Brighton Holyoke.
So Brighton is in there now as she's working a 1-0 count here to Trinity Benson, who takes that one on the outside corner, and that's going to even up the count to 1-1. And taking a bit of a timeout here. It's the center fielder Henkel's getting kind of stretched out there, making sure that she's good after she made that attempt at a diving catch, just making sure that she's okay out there, kind of moving things around, stretching out.
And the pitcher, Holyoke, a little update on her. In 13 games this year, she has a 3.17 ERA and 59 2/3 innings of work, with 49 strikeouts and 28 walks, as that pitch is low and in the dirt there.
And that's now going to be a 2-1 count to Trinity Benson. Nice play there by the catcher to make sure that the runners don't advance on that one. And here's that 2-1. And that's going to be way up there. And she's going to be awarded the bases. That is now going to load the bases up here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th as the Dons continue to keep this rally going.
Yeah, it looks like it may have just clipped her on the helmet if it did hit her. I couldn't quite tell there, but the umpire awarding her first base, and Mitchell moving over to third. Condi now over to second. Benson on first, and the bases are loaded here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th with 3 runs already across, and our Lady Dons leading 7-1 now.
Yeah, definitely doing a great job, as that's going to be an 0-1 count now to the leadoff hitter, Mallory Barber.
Barber, the 9th hitter to come to the plate so far in this half inning.
And that one's going to be popped up down the line, and once again a diving attempt there by Sean Bowen, but unfortunately for the Red Women, unable to come up with that one, and that's going to move the count to 0-2 for Mallory Barber.
Yeah, that would have been a really, really nice play out there by Bauman. Unfortunately for her, just a step or two late in getting over there, and Barber's still alive here with the 1-1 count coming.
Yeah, we'll see what she's able to do here. Again, the bases are loaded, folks. So that one's going to be taken upstairs. The 1-2 count here to Mallory Barber in the top of the 5th. The bases are loaded as the Dons have put together a nice rally here in this inning. Barber's going to foul that one off. Able to stay alive here in this particular bat, a 1-2 count.
Barber is 1 for 3 on the day with a single coming back in the 3rd inning today. And a big opportunity here to drive in a couple more with the bases loaded.
That one is going to be skipped on in there, and that is going to be ball 2, moving the count to even. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Mallory Barber. Barber, a .625 hitter on the season. That is just absolutely insane. So certainly someone that can do something here as she shoots that one over to Dreamweaver, who makes the play over there at second base to end the rally there, but not before some absolute damage is done in this inning with a 2-run blast by Aislinn Sharp and a solo blast there by Briley Young, as the score is now 7-1, the Lady Dons over the Cedar City Red Women. We'll take this time to go ahead and thank our fantastic sponsors, the Tony Basso Auto Group, Dickerson Automotive, Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, McKelkers Jansen Wise, Attorneys at Law, MVP Sports Sporting Goods for all seasons, and Two Jacks Pizza.
And we would like to remind you that you can watch this game on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Get all your friends and family out watching this one, as the Dons are up 7-1 over the Cedar City Red Women here in a game where if the Dons can hold on and win this one, they'll advance to the championship game at 1:30 this afternoon against the Bear River Bears. The Bear River Bears are in the winners bracket, so the Dons will have to win 2 consecutive games against them to win a 4th consecutive state championship. But we will be here all day until the Dons either win the championship or fall. But 1:30 we'll have that first championship game, and should the Dons win that one, 20 minutes after that game is over, probably around 3:30 this afternoon, we will have the win it for all and everything, the championship game.
For all the marbles, definitely for all those. So yeah, stay tuned on YouTube, guys. Get your friends texting and get that all going. So that is going to be a first pitch strike to Sean Bauman, the right fielder for the Red Women. That one's going to be upstairs. Bauman works the count to even, 1-1.
The Red Women in desperate need of an answer here in the bottom half after giving up 3 more runs to the Lady Dons in the top of the 5th.
As that one's going to be in the dirt, as that is now going to be a 2-1 count here to Sean Bauman. Bauman singled in the second inning in her first at bat. See what she's able to do here in her second plate appearance, as that one could be dribbled on over to third base, as Barber's able to make a very, very nice play over there, ranging on over, and gets the first out of the inning here for the Lady Dons.
Yeah, Barber really brings a lot of senior leadership to this team. And as you see, really, really solid with the glove. Rarely do you see her make an error over there at third.
Definitely sure-handed over there. Definitely a boon for the Lady Dons, as now it's going to be the number 9 hitter, Abby Anderson, that digs in for the Red Women, as that one's going to be taken inside for ball 1. Anderson is the lone strikeout victim in this game, as she went down on strikes in the second. That one's going to be popped up, but it is going to be camped under there by Amanda Mitchell, and that is going to be out number 2.
Yeah, relatively routine play for Mitchell over there. Fouling out just over the first base line as Abby Anderson goes down for the second time today, and 2 quick outs for Briley Young here, who looks absolutely dominant on the mound and can really pitch with confidence now that her team has a much bigger lead.
That is going to be strike 1 on in there to Allie Meisner, the leadoff hitter for the Red Women. As Briley Young is just kind of cruising right through this thing, as we are in the bottom of the 5th and 2 outs, and that's going to be swung right on through. Another nice pitch by Young, and that's going to put Allie Meisner in an 0-2 hole.
Also Young getting that fortunate break, hitting the homer last inning as it bounced off the right fielder's glove over the fence. So you wonder if that gives her a little extra confidence.
Ooh, a little Olay action there for the umpires. That one is laced, just fell down the left field line there. But yeah, nice little dance moves over there by the umpire to avoid getting hit by that one.
Yeah, left field line's been a little bit dangerous out there today. Travis, our cameraman, having to get out of the way of 2 or 3 balls already. The umpire having to get out of the way of that one.
That one's going to be sent into the gap out there between left and center, and that is going to be out of the ballpark, as that one sneaks on over the fence for Allie Meisner, and that is going to now bring the score to 7-2, as that is going to be a little bit of an answer there for the Red Women in this inning against Briley Young.
Yeah, it's a start for the Red Women. As you can see, they're not too excited yet, but there is a little bit of emotion and noise now coming from the Red Women dugout, as with 2 outs here, Meisner able to just drive that one deep out to left center, and initially it didn't look like it was going to quite make it over the fence, but barely just made it over for the home run for Meisner.
Yeah, it kind of for a second there that Condi and Benson maybe had a potential beat on it, but instead it sneaks on over the fence.
And the 5th home run on the year for Meisner.
That was going to be low and outside there to Dream Weaver, the shortstop for the Red Women. Here comes that 1-0 pitch. As that one is going to be nicely placed by Young for strike one.
Weaver homering back in the 3rd inning, the other run today for this Red Women team. And as we mentioned, this 1-2 duo, the senior leadership at the top of the lineup, really bringing some pop.
That one's going to be in the dirt there as the count now moves to 2 balls and 1 strike for Dream Weaver. Kind of an interesting situation here with all of the runs that the Red Women have scored have been on solo shots. That one is going to be laced high up into center field, and Condi is able to make camp under that one, and that is going to be out number 3, and that is going to end the 5th inning, but not before another solo shot for the Red Women off the bat of Allie Meisner moves the score on over to 7 for the Spanish Fork Lady Dons and 2 for the Cedar City Red Women as we head on over to the 6th inning on Spanish Fork 17.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
And welcome back here on Spanish Fork 17. It is 7-2. Our Lady Dons lead the Cedar City Red Women here in this elimination game of the 2018 Utah High School 4A State Tournament. The winner of this one playing the Bear River Bears in the championship game at 1:30 this afternoon. And a leadoff pitch, a single up the middle off the bat of Gabby Beckstrom, the shortstop, who is having a nice day today for the Dons as she gets the party started here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, definitely just like that first pitch and absolutely smokes it out to center field. So once again, another leadoff hitter, a leadoff base runner here in the top of the 6th here for the Lady Dons.
Yeah, Beckstrom has played really well on the defensive side of things today, but with her first hit of the day there as Bate fouls that one back. Bate 1 for 3 on the day, singling back in the 5th and coming around to score.
Yeah, she was the one that scored as well on the 2-run bomb by Island Sharp.
And the 0-1 coming now to Bate. As that pitch is outside, bringing the count to 1-1 now. Beckstrom on first with no outs here in the top of the 6th. The Lady Dons leading 7-2. Most of their runs coming in 2 beginnings, 3 in the top of the 3rd, 3 in the top of the 5th, 1 coming in the 4th as that pitch is inside for ball 2, and a nice job by the catcher, Abby Anderson, there blocking that one and coming up quickly and holding Beckstrom on first base.
Absolutely great play there by Anderson to be able to kind of keep that one close and also make sure that Beckstrom wasn't going to be able to advance on that one.
And that ball is outside, bringing the count to 3-1 now on Bate, who's worked herself into a nice hitter's count here.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful count here. The RBI producer here for the Lady Dons, and a nice favorable count to do some damage.
She swings and fouls that one off just down the first base line, bringing the count full now on Bate. Bate pitched a very nice game yesterday in the second game against the Tooele Buffaloes, a team that was ranked number 2 in the state of Utah, coming into the game at 25-2-1, an absolute force to be reckoned with, and she shut them down for much of that game as that pitch is ball 4, and that will allow Beckstrom to move over to second as Bate works a no-out walk here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, nice job there by Bate. Didn't necessarily, get to bring in a run, but definitely a good, productive at-bat there, being able to draw the walk, and now you've got 2 base runners here for another RBI producer in Rudd.
And Briley Rudd takes ball 1 outside, a great opportunity for her here to really break this game open.
Absolutely. With one swing in the back here, Rudd could do some immense damage.
As she fouls that one off over the left-hand side, bringing the count even at 1-1 now. Rudd is 1 for 3 on the day, with a single coming back in the third inning.
Yeah, Rudd a .533 hitter on the season with 20 home runs, so definitely one that has that pop in the bat.
As ball one is low and outside, bringing the count to 2-1 on Rudd. The pitcher Holyoke will have to be very careful here, as that ball is ripped through the left side for a base hit, and that will allow a run to come in and score. Beckstrom coming around from second on the base hit, as Bate moves over to second, and Rudd picks up another RBI, as the Dons now lead 8-2 here in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, Rudd doing her job as the cleanup hitter. That is your primary focus, is to be able to make sure that you get those runners on base in. And so a nice piece of hitting there to shoot it in between the shortstop and third baseman. And a nice bit of running there by Beckstrom as well to make sure to score on that one.
The 51st RBI on the year for Rudd. A very, very impressive number here in high school softball, as ball one is outside to the junior second baseman, Aislinn Sharp. And ball two to Sharp now. As we mentioned, last time up she hit a home run, a big 2-run shot down the left field line, and you could argue that she's been the most productive hitter for the Lady Dons so far in this state tournament, as again she singles through the left-hand side, and a run will come in and score as Bate is able to come around from second. Rudd is moving over to second base, and Sharp with the base hit.
Man, it almost like put the previous play on replay on that one, hitting the same gap. The only difference there being that Bate had to kind of jump over the shortstop there in order to be able to keep advancing, but she also got on her wheels and made sure to score on that one.
Yeah, Bate had to do a little bit of a dance there as she was running around from second to home. Ball almost hit her. If it hits you when you're running the bases, you are automatically out, able to dodge that ball and then run on home and score. 2 runs already in the inning on 3 hits and a walk. Sharp is on first, Rudd is on second, and the junior pitcher, Briley Young, will be stepping to the plate, who is 2 for 3 on the day and also homered in her last plate appearance, as the Lady Dons now lead 9-2 here in the top of the sixth. No outs and a couple runners on base.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great rally here for the Lady Dons. They've been very, very productive in the innings that they have been scoring, and as this has been an absolute hitting parade here in the 6th inning, as it's been Beckstrom, Bate, Rudd, Sharp. They're all just lacing these balls, and so the Lady Dons definitely seeing the ball well in this game.
And the left fielder, Sage Oldroyd, will be taking over on the mound. The pitcher will be heading out to left field, Holyoke. So a little bit of a switch there as they switch places. And the senior Sage Oldroyd now has an opportunity on the mound to deal with the Dons hitters as she throws strike one to Young there on the fastball.
Yeah, probably a good idea to bring in the senior pitcher there. Obviously, Holyoke was a senior as well, but definitely keep him with the experience here on the mound.
As that pitch is in there for strike two, a nice changeup bringing the count to 0-2 on Young. Oldroyd on the year in 3 appearances, so not a ton of work.
Not a ton of appearances.
Does have a .64 ERA. As that pitch is up for ball one. Good for the lowest ERA of anyone on this Red Women's staff.
It's also kind of interesting then that maybe she's only had 3 appearances as she's been a quality pitcher for him.
As that pitch is swung on and fouled back. As we mentioned, she has not had a ton of work this year, only 11 innings pitched, but only giving up 1 earned run while striking out 16 batters and only walking 2. And make it 17 strikeouts to only 2 walks, as she looks absolutely dominant in that first batter, striking Young out looking for the first out of the inning here in the top of the 6th.
That was probably the best at bat, I guess, for the pitchers of the Red Women. That was really effective.
As that pitch is blooped down the right field line, and a nice hit by Amanda Mitchell, as that will allow Rudd to come around and score. Sharp moves over to third, and a great piece of hitting off the bat of Mitchell here with 1 out in the 6th.
Yeah, fantastic hitting there. Able to send it the other way, which is what you want to do in that particular situation, as it allows the runner from first, Sharp, able to move on over to third on that one because it is hit over there into right field. So, yeah, Mitchell doing exactly what she was supposed to do there.
10-2 now, the Lady Dons lead in the top of the sixth, as that pitch is ball one outside to the junior center fielder, Murray Condi. 3 runs are already in so far in the inning. Sharp on third as that bunt is laid down, and it is fair. A nice play over at first base, but a successful bunt off the bat of Murray Condi as Sharp is able to come in and score. Mitchell is able to move over to second, so a very productive out for the Lady Dons here as they take an 11-2 lead now here in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, Condi definitely doing her job there, just lacing that perfectly down the line and making it so there wasn't going to be a play at home.
And a strike one pitch to Trinity Benson here with 2 outs and a runner on second. And Benson takes that outside, bringing the count to 2-0 now. Benson has reached base in all 3 of her plate appearances today.
No slouch there in the number 9 spot.
As she fouls that one back, bringing the count even now at 2-2. It is 11-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. 4 runs already across so far in the inning for the Lady Dons. Amanda Mitchell on second base and Trinity Benson at the plate as the Dons are looking for more here.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, got a runner there in scoring position at second, and so obviously they would love to be able to keep this rally going, be able to capitalize on the runner there in scoring position. And Trinity Benson has had herself quite the game here, being able to get on base, as you said, every single time with a single, a double, a hit by pitch, and so definitely an opportunity here for the Dons.
And a little bit of an interesting decision here to change the runner mid-batter, but we have a pinch runner out there on second base now with a 2-2 count for the Lady Dons, as it looks like we have Brooke Carter going out, excuse me, not Brooke Carter, Julia Holt going out to do the pinch running duties here now. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that should end the inning here. The Red Women taking a little bit of time to run off the field. Unsure, like they didn't know if there was 3 outs. They'd been out there for so long, it had taken a while for them to get those 3 outs.
Absolutely, just kind of lost track of things. But yeah, 2 strikeouts there and the sack bunt, so definitely moves on over to 3 outs.
And in the top of the 6th inning for the Lady Dons, 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 runner left on base, and it is 11-2 Lady Dons over the Red Women. The Red Women, as we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for today's game, the Tony Basso Auto Group, Dickerson Automotive, Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Christiansen Wise Attorneys at Law, MVP Sports Sporting Goods for all seasons, and 2 Jack's Pizza.
Yeah, as we're heading on over here to the bottom of the 6th inning, we've got Briley Young once again on the mound here in this 11-2 game for the Lady Dons. Briley Young has been very impressive in this game. Other than the 2 solo shots by the Red Women, she's really been able to just lock down the Red Women offense and has done a great job to kind of keep the distance there between the Lady Dons and the Red Women of Cedar City.
And as we head now to the bottom of the 6th, the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Red Women will be coming up to the plate in Denham Henkel, Puatausaga Johnson, and Kylie Oldroyd. And that pitch is quickly swung on and absolutely mashed out to left center field. See you later. And Denham Henkel with the solo blast out to left center. And it is 11-3 now. The Red Women with their 3rd solo home run today.
Yeah, it's been the Achilles heel, I guess, for Briley Young on the mound. Has been the long ball, as that is the 3rd solo shot of the game. And that one was, oh, mercy, that one was absolutely mashed by Denham Henkel. Absolutely crushed out to center field. That one was a no-doubter.
The sophomore Henkel leads the team in home runs on the year as she has 13 now after that latest blast. And the top of the lineup, the 1-2-3 hitters of Meisner, Weaver, and Henkel have each hit a solo home run so far today. Unfortunately for the Red Women, unable to get runners on base when these blasts are coming, hence only being able to score 3 runs so far in this one.
And very fortunate for the Lady Dons.
As that pitch is a strike to the senior first baseman, Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of infield pop-outs.
Yeah, Bradley Young doing a good job of attacking Johnson, who's actually also been the one attacking. She's usually been cutting on the first pitch.
That pitch is low for ball 1. Six hits allowed today by Briley Young. 3 singles. None of those turned into any harm, and 3 solo home runs. The 3 runs today so far as Condi is able to settle under that one out in center field for the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, as we've been talking about, it's been a busy day out there for Condi. A lot of fly balls out there to center field, but she's doing a great job of tracking them all down and being a key part of this Lady Dons defense.
Yeah, the 5th put out so far by Condi through 5 1/3. As that pitch is in there for strike 1 to the sophomore designated player, Kylie Oldroyd. That is low and in the dirt. And it gets by the catcher Rudd, but no harm as no one is on base, bringing the count to 1-1 now.
Yep, nothing doing there. Obviously, you don't want to see one squirt past you, but no harm there since no one is on base.
As that pitch is up and away, bringing the count to 2-1 now on Oldroyd.
Oldroyd 1 for 2 on the game. She singled there in the 2nd inning and flew out to center in the 4th.
And that is ball 3 to Oldroyd now. One of the few hitters today that has been able to work the count to 3 balls, as Young has really seemed in control and did a good job of working ahead early in the count.
Yeah, it's really been the key to her success, is just getting those early strikes and kind of establishing her dominance early in at-bats.
As that pitch is popped up over to the right side, and Aislinn Sharp calls it. And she makes a nice play there for the 2nd out of the inning. Very routine play, but a good one nonetheless.
Yeah, it still can be kind of dangerous. Again, when it's an infield pop-up, you kind of just assume that it's going to be a fairly easy play. But, I mean, it still can be kind of hard to track down. So a nice job there by Sharp to just go ahead and get that out there.
A very sunny day here at the sports complex in Spanish Fork. So fighting off the sun on those fly balls can be quite a challenge, as ball 1 in the dirt to the senior 3rd baseman, Amanda Carden. Carden is 0 for 2 on the day. And they pitch again outside, bringing the count to a 2-0 now.
Yeah, Carden reached on that crazy fielder's choice in the 2nd inning where the ball just kind of spun there on home plate.
That pitch is inside, bringing the count to 3-0. The first 3-0 count of today's game.
Yeah, a little bit erratic in this inning for Briley Young, as the 3 balls against Oldroyd, now 3 on Carden.
And that is the first walk issued today by Young, who has had great control up to this point, and with 2 outs, no damage done yet, as the Lady Dons are an out away of getting out of this 6th inning here.
Yeah, so, I mean, 4 straight balls there to Amanda Carden, so it's going to be key here for Briley Young to establish the strike zone here against Sage Oldroyd.
The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Oldroyd took over as the pitcher in the top of the 6th inning and was able to get out of that jam. As she swings and grounds that one over to Briley Young at first. A smooth throw over to Amanda Mitchell at first base. And that will end the inning here in the 6th. And as we head now to the 7th inning here on SF-17, it is 11-3 Dons over the Red Women here on SF-17.
We have 1 run on 1 hit and 1 left on base.
Hi, Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fort, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17 in this beautiful day in Spanish Fork, Utah. We are giving you the Spanish Fork Lady Dons versus the Cedar City Red Women. This is the play-in game for the championship of the 4A State Softball Championship. The winner of this game will head on to play the Bear River Bears. In the championship game, they will need to win two as Bear River is the one that's coming in from the winner's bracket. The score is 11-3 in favor of the Lady Dons, as Mallory Barber takes that one low for ball one. That one's going to be ripped right past the third baseman, Amanda Carden, and that is going to be a leadoff single for the leadoff hitter for the Dons, Mallory Barber.
And 4 of the past 5 innings, the Lady Dons have been able to get that first runner on base. And no surprise, in each of the last 4 innings, the Dons have been able to put up some runs.
That's definitely a key to success as Gabby Beckstrom now digs in there, and that one's going to be taken outside for ball one.
After no runs were able to come across in the first and second innings in what looked like was going to be a very low-scoring game today, 0-0 after 2. Dons scoring 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 4 more in the sixth. Just an absolute offensive onslaught here in the last few innings.
Yeah, it's really been clicking for the Dons as that one was swung on by Gabby Beckstrom. So the count is now 1-1. As that one is going to find the outside part of the plate, and Gabby Beckstrom is now working on a 1-2 count. Again, the pitcher for the Red Women is Sage Oldroyd, who struck out 2 in the previous inning, as that one is going to be taken upstairs and evens up the count for Gabby Beckstrom, 2-2. That one's going to be swung on through, and that is going to be strikeout number 3 for Sage Oldroyd, who has come in and just thrown absolute gas here against the Lady Dons.
Yeah. Oldroyd has been really impressive since coming into the game, only giving up 1 single down the right field line off the bat of Amanda Mitchell, but other than that has been really impressive on the mound.
That's going to be strike 1 to Jordan Bate.
2 singles off the bat of Mallory Barber to lead off this inning as well. But the strikeout has also become a factor after her entering into the game.
Absolutely, and that is going to be another strike there to Jordan Bate, and now Bate finds herself in an 0-2 hole. Oldroyd doing a great job of really jumping out in front of these hitters and working in nice, favorable pitching counts. That one's going to be upstairs for ball 1. Jordan Bate now 1-2.
Bate on the game so far is 1 for 3 with a walk. She was able to come around and score in both the 5th and 6th innings.
Another one upstairs. He evens the count up to 2-2. Again, we've got Mallory Barber over there at first base. A 2-2 count here to Jordan Bate in the top of the 7th with 1 out. She's going to lace that one out to left field. That is going to be a nice play there by Brighton Holyoke, getting the nice catch there, and that is now going to be 2 outs here in the inning for the Lady Dons. Yeah, remember that Brighton Holyoke was the previous pitcher, and she just swapped places with Sage Oldroyd, as now it is going to be Bradley Rudd that digs in here for the Lady Dons. That was going to be low in the dirt and squirts away from Abby Anderson, and that is going to move Mallory Barber on over to second base.
And a good RBI opportunity now for the Junior Red to extend what is already an impressive 11-3 lead here in the 7th.
There's that 1-0 pitch, and that one's going to be outside as Rudd's now worked the count to 2 balls and no strikes.
Barber singling to lead off this inning, moving over to second on that wild pitch a moment ago.
That one's going to be taken upstairs as Bradley Rudd has worked the count now to 3 balls and no strikes.
Got first base open right here, and Rudd, a very dangerous hitter.
And that one's going to be taken for ball 4 just a bit upstairs as Bradley Rudd takes the free pass, and now you've got runners on first and second with Barber over there on second base, and that brings up Sharp, who is one of the ones that hit home run in this game.
And Sharp 2 for 2 on the day, single last inning coming around to score, and a big 2-run home run coming back in the 5th inning. And runners on first and second now.
Again, Sage Oldroyd on the mound for the Red Women as here comes the pitch, and that is going to be fouled back by Sharp. It's going to be an 0-1 count here to her in the top of the 7th. Again, there are 2 outs in the inning. We've got runners on first and second.
You have a pinch runner on first base now for Rudd, as Maddie Tracy is over there at first as that ball is lined out into the gap.
Beautiful piece of hitting there as that is going to be scoring run. That is going to be an RBI double for Sharp, who has been sharp in this particular game.
Yeah, Sharp on second now. Maddie Tracy moving over to third, just coming into the game as the pinch runner. And on the play, Barber coming around to score the first run of the inning here in the top of the 7th, extending the Lady Dons lead to 12-3 now.
Good things happen when you get that leadoff hitter on. As that one is going to hit Briley Young, and that is going to now load the bases up here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs, and definitely now even more of a dangerous situation here for Oldroyd.
Yeah, after giving up that leadoff single, able to work back-to-back outs, and look like she might be able to have a smooth inning here, but Rudd, Sharp, and Young were having none of that, each working nice at bats, and a run has already been able to come in as the bases are now loaded.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here for Amanda Mitchell. She's going to swing at that one, and another nice little dance move there for the third base coach, as it has been an active foul territory over there on the left side of things.
Yeah, Dawn Andrews doing a nice job of getting out of the way there.
It's going to move the count to 0-1 there for Amanda Mitchell. And the bases are loaded here in the top of the 7th. We've got 2 outs, and a dangerous situation here for the Red Women as that one is taken upstairs and evens up the count to Amanda Mitchell, 1-1.
Mitchell is 3 for 3 on the day with 3 singles, did come across the score run, and also has a successful sac bunt as that one gets away but bounces off the pole back nicely as no runs are able to come in and score.
Yeah, definitely a fortunate bounce there for the Red Women as that hits the pole basically right in front of our faces, and so it was a fun little moment there for us as well as the count now moves over to 2-1 on Amanda Mitchell. As that one is going to be high and tight as Mitchell has worked herself into a nice hitter's count here. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, as a hitter, this is what you dream of. The pitcher has to throw you a strike or else she's going to walk in a run, so you either take it and get an RBI or drive one hard somewhere.
And she does take a nice good cut at that one, but bloops it out of play, and that's going to move the count to full. Again, a potentially good situation here for the Dons. That one's taken outside, and that is going to be ball 4, and that is going to score the runner from third as the bases are going to be still loaded here with the bases loaded walk by Amanda Mitchell.
Yeah, 2 runs now in the inning as the pinch runner, Maddie Tracy, who is running for Rudd, able to come in and score there, and it is now 13-3. The Lady Dons now up 10 here in the 7th.
Brings up Condi. Takes a nice healthy cut. Pops that one to the backstop, and that is going to be an 0-1 count. And the score is 13-3 in favor of the Lady Dons. They now have a 10-run lead on the Red Women of Cedar City. You've got runners on every base. The bases are loaded. Sharp at third, Young at second, and Mitchell at first. That is going to be sprayed on over to first base. A nice play there by Johnson to end the inning for the Red Women, but not before more damage is done here by the Lady Dons, as the score is now, as we've said, 13-3 in favor of the Lady Dons, heading on over into the bottom half of this inning. And we'd like to take a moment here to be able to thank our fantastic sponsors, the Tony Basso Auto Group, Dickerson Automotive, Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, McKell Christiansen Wise, Attorneys at Law, MVP Sports, Sporting Goods for all seasons, and 2 Jack's Pizza.
And in the top of the 7th inning for the Lady Dons, 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 runners left on base. They were able to draw a couple walks and had a hit by pitch that inning, so a very productive inning for the Lady Dons. And the Red Women lucky to get out of a jam there and avoid more trouble, but still a large deficit coming now to the bottom of the 7th.
Very large deficit. It's going to be a bit of a hard one to be able to get back into this one. We've certainly seen crazier things happen, but with a 10-run lead, Briley Young back on the mound there for the Lady Dons, hoping to be able to just close the door here on the Red Women and be able to move on to the championship against Bear River.
Yeah, a reminder that the championship game will start at approximately 1:30 against the Bear River Bears, and assuming that our Lady Dons can get 3 outs here and hold on to this 13-3 lead, they will be playing in that championship game at 1:30. If they win that one, they will have another game at 3:30 for all of the marbles and a shot to win a 4th straight softball state title.
As things have started off in this inning with a ball to Sean Bauman, the right fielder for the Red Women, as she takes that one outside and moves the count to 2-0. Bauman is 1 for 2 on the game with a single in the 2nd, and she grounded out to the 3rd baseman in the 5th inning. As that one is also going to be taken for a ball, and that is once again another 3-0 count here for Briley Young.
Yeah, in the first 5 innings of this game, 1 3-ball count. Last inning 2, and 1 already this inning as well.
Making another walk as that one misses as Bauman showed bunt, but pulled it back, and that is going to be the leadoff runner is now on base there for the Red Women.
You wonder if Young is getting a little bit tired here in the 7th inning, having pitched a very impressive game so far, 6 innings, and only allowing 3 runs on 3 solo homers.
And that one is going to be low there for ball 1. Just as you were saying there, Elliot, really, other than those solo shots, she has been very impressive in this game, as it is now a 1-0 count here to the number 9 hitter, Abby Anderson. That one is going to be taken inside, and that is going to be a 2-0 count, and that's going to be 6 straight balls that she's thrown in this inning. And here comes that 2-0 pitch showing bunt, pulls it back, and that is going to be right down the pipe there as Abby Anderson takes strike 1, moving the count to 2-1.
Yeah, 9-hitter Anderson at the plate today, 0 for 2, and not necessarily a great hitter. Definitely just want to throw strikes here with a huge lead.
And that is going to be sprayed out into the shallow right field, and that is going to be a single for Abby Anderson, and it moves Sean Bauman over to second base, as now there's going to be 2 base runners here in the bottom of the 7th for the Cedar City Red Women.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there by Anderson, getting her first hit of the day on that single out to right. And the Red Women have a couple runners on base here with nobody out.
I mean, if they're going to cut into this 10-run deficit, this is the way to do it. You just got to get as many runners on base as possible, as that brings up the top of the order here in Allie Meisner. As that is going to be worked right on in there for strike 1 to Meisner. Meisner, one of the hitters that have one of those solo shots. She hit her home run back in the 5th inning. That one is going to be low, and that's going to even up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. So we're going to get a conference here on the mound.
And Don Andrews going down to settle down his pitcher a little, who has pitched very well today, but struggling a little bit in these last 2 innings with her control. But you expect that she'll be able to settle down and just kind of finish this one out.
Yeah, you would definitely think so. So this is more just a, hey, just get the ball over the plate. You don't need to do anything fancy here. You got a 10-run lead. Just go ahead and let these hitters do their thing. You let them hit the ball into play, and we'll make outs. So hopefully Briley Young is able to get the finish here, be able to get the complete game.
Yeah, huge lead here. So no need to mess around or do anything fancy here. Just focus on throwing strikes. Let the defense make plays behind you and advance into that championship game later this afternoon.
So here's the 1-1 pitch to Meisner, as that one is going to be worked right on in there. Looks like the conference may have worked there, as that now moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes against Meisner. And runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 7th for the Red Women. And that is going to be ripped foul there by Meisner as she stays alive in this particular bat. The count is still 1-2. It's been the top of the order that has done the damage for the Red Women, with Meisner, Weaver, and Hinkle all being the ones that have gotten the solo shots. As that one is absolutely laced and hits the fence over by the Red Women dugout. So Meisner once again staying alive in this one, with the count being 1-2.
Briley on the day has not had necessarily overpowering stuff. She's only had 1 strikeout so far in the game today, but she's done a really good job of inducing fly balls and ground balls, letting her defense back her up and make the plays behind her.
That was going to be upstairs. Allie Meisner working the count now to even with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, she's done a really good job of playing to the defense here, getting ground balls, flyouts, and other such things, as now she's hoping for the exact same result here on the 2-2. As Meisner gets a piece of that one and once again fouls it away, and is doing a good job of battling here against Young in the bottom of the 7th.
And this Don's defense is so impressive. No errors so far in today's game, and errors definitely not a normal thing for this team, so no reason why not to rely on your defense.
As that one is also going to be fouled back. Meisner really doing a great job of staying in there and battling here against Briley Young. Again, we got runners on first and second. There are no outs here in the bottom of the 7th as Briley Young delivers the pitch. And that is going to be foul tipped, and once again Meisner is just getting just enough of the ball, staying on top of it, and really battling in this at bat.
Yeah, Briley definitely doesn't have swing and miss stuff today, and Meisner's done a good job of really fouling off a lot of pitches here.
And that one is going to be, once again, a foul ball, ripping that one out of play down the left field line, as, man, Young's just looking for any kind of pitch to get Meisner out here.
So far in the bottom of the 7th, Bauman with a leadoff walk. Anderson then singled, moving Bauman over to second base.
That one's going to be in the dirt, and it gets past the catcher, Briley Rudd, and that is going to advance the runners over onto second and third, as it is going to be Anderson at second base and Bauman over there at third.
And I think the umpires are talking about whether that was ball 3 or ball 4, and it was ball 3. I did not think that that was a walk, although Meisner definitely tried to sell it as so, and she ran quickly down to first base trying to draw that walk, but she is being sent back now to the plate as the count is full, although Bauman and Anderson both able to move up to the plate as they're now on second and third here with nobody out.
And once again crushed him, once again foul, and once again out of play there for Meisner as the count is still full. Again, just to recap here, the score is 13-3. The Lady Dons of Spanish Fork over the Red Women of Cedar City. The count is full here to Allie Meisner with runners on second and third. As that is going to be ripped. Once again, foul. That one absolutely crushed, but definitely foul, as Meisner has just been fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch after pitch here.
Yeah, 10 pitches so far in this at-bat, and it has really been a battle from the leadoff hitter in this Red Women lineup.
And finally, Briley Young gets her to go down on strikes with a nice changeup, is able to get Meisner to swing a little bit early on that one, and that is a key out in the bottom of the 7th for the Lady Dons.
And it took a while, 11 pitches, but Young finally able to win that battle, and the Dons now 2 outs away from winning this game.
And it brings up another dangerous hitter, though, in the shortstop Dream Weaver, as she laces that one right past Briley Young, and that is going to be scoring a couple runs as that one, oh, they are actually able to hold her up over there at third. It was hit so hard over there that they were able to actually to bring that one in. A nice throw there by Condi, as that one is only going to score 1 run, but still a nice RBI single there by Dream Weaver.
And Weaver jumping all over that first pitch, singling it hard up the middle. Abby Anderson able to move over to third, and Bauman coming in to score. no reason to risk it and try to send Anderson home there, as that run is not necessarily the key run, as it is 13-4, and you don't want to make an out at the plate there trying to score number 5.
Yeah, definitely not. Runs are so important. Base runners even more important, just to make sure you get safe there. So, as that one is going to be taken low and inside there by Denham Hinkle.
Hinkle, a loud homer her last time up, is 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a homer, and has been the most productive hitter for this Red Women lineup today.
That is going to be in the dirt, and that is going to be a 2-0 count here to Denham Hinkle. Again, runners on the corners now for the Red Women, with Weaver over there at first and Abby Anderson over there at third, and they've already scored a run here in the inning, as here comes that 2-0.
Please go move it. It will be towed.
And that is going to be popped foul. That's going to move the count to 2-1 to Hinkle.
It is causing difficulty getting on the parking lot and it's not safe. So please move your car if it is not in a parking stall.
2-1 count here to Hinkle, as the Dons have one out here in the inning. That one is also popped up to the backstop, and that's going to even the count to 2-2 against Denham Hinkle.
(13-4) here in the bottom of the 7th, as the Lady Dons look to hold on and win this one.
Here comes that 2-2. That one's going to be in the dirt, as that is going to move Dream Weaver over to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Denham Hinkle, as that also moves the count to full here in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that is going to be sent out into center field. And Condi is not going to be able to get to that one, and that is going to be a 3-run home run for Denham Hinkle, who that is now her second home run of the game, and that is the 4th home run of the game for the Red Women, and the first one that had some people on base, as that is a nice 3-run blast there by Hinkle.
Yeah, biggest hit of the game so far, and as we mentioned, she's been the most productive hitter today by far, and adding to that total now. 3 for 4 on the day with 4 RBIs, now a big 3-run blast off the bat of Hinkle, and this game is now 13-7, as the Red Women inching a little bit closer here, scoring 4 runs already here in the inning.
Yeah, at least potentially making an interesting decision here for the Lady Dons, as that is now the 7th run of the game, as you were saying there, for the Red Women, and it'll be an interesting choice here for the coach to see if maybe they are going to switch Briley Young out, which that looks like that is going to be the decision, though. Other than this inning, she had pitched a very effective game.
Yeah, Jordan Bate going 6 1/3 innings in this one, giving up 7 earned runs, 1 strikeout, really doing a good job of using her defense. The big problem with her outing today was those 4 home runs allowed, 1 to Meisner, 1 to Weaver, and 2 to Hinkle, with the big 3-run blast coming right there.
Yeah, an unfortunate ending to her outing there for Briley Young, as that is going to bring in a new pitcher. It is the senior Jordan Bate, who was out in right field. Bate, one of the other just absolute stars of this rotation in the Lady Dons rotation. She is a key part of their pitching staff, and she has been called on to kind of close off this game and get them into the championship.
Yeah, Jordan Bate is the ace for this Lady Don staff, and you would expect that she will pitch the first game this afternoon against the Bear River Bears. I'm sure that Don Andrews was hoping that he could rest her until that point, but she'll only need to come in and get 2 outs here, as Lindsey Smith now moves out to right field. Briley Young coming out of the game after pitching very well, giving up 9 hits and 7 runs. But the Dons offense still having nice lead, as they're able to put up 13 runs today, so it is 13-7 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And the senior ace, Bate, now stepping onto the mound. On the year, Bate is 14-1 with a 1.40 ERA in 15 appearances, with 13 complete games and 7 shutouts. And let's not forget, she has 4 no-hitters on the year as well. So absolutely amazing out there on the mound.
Yeah, you definitely got that right, Elliot. She has been absolutely phenomenal. As that one is going to be just outside there. 1-0 count there to Pua Johnson.
And you could argue that Bate is the #1 pitcher in the state of Utah for softball. So definitely a dominant starter out there on the mound, coming in relief today for the Lady Dons.
And that one's going to be taken upstairs there for ball 2. Yeah, Bate is the best pitcher, as you were saying, in the state. So to be able to have the luxury of being able to just kind of bring her in at the end of this game to close things up, absolutely a wonderful asset to have, as here comes that 2-0 count. That is going to be sent on over to third. And a nice play over there, as that's going to be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th, as the Dons are now 1 out away from being able to advance on over into the championship game.
A reminder that game will start around 1:30 here on SF17, so please tune in for that one on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Tell your friends and family, everyone, we're going to have a championship game as the Dons go for their 4th consecutive state softball title, if they can get one more out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Absolutely. They need to be watching, folks, and make sure that they're in fact tuning in on youtube.com/SpanishFork17 to be able to catch that game live. And so, as we are heading on here, we've got 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, and it is going to be Kylie Oldroyd that is at the plate. It is actually going to be Brighton Holyoke that is up currently.
Yeah, pinch hitter at the plate. Now, she came in to pitch a few innings ago, moved out to left with the most recent pitching change, and now she'll have her opportunity to have her first plate appearance today.
Lefty hitter represents the last hope here for the Red Women, as here comes that first pitch. That is going to be cut on through for strike 1 to Brighton Holyoke. Again, the score is 13-7 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Dons are 1 out away from being able to advance to the championship game against Bear River, as that was going to be taken upstairs. Now even the count to 1-1. The Red Women did score 3 runs on a 3-run homer by Denham Hinkle in this particular inning to move their score on over to 7. And that is going to be swung on through, and that is going to be the ball game as Jordan Bate comes in and gets the outs that are needed to close off this game. It is 13-7 in favor of the Lady Dons as they'll head on over to the championship game, and we will be right back to recap this one on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Come to Dickerson Automotive for all your car repair and maintenance needs. Now is a great time to make sure your car is ready for these cold winter months. We take the time to get to know you and your car to give you peace of mind. Dickerson Automotive, located way north on Main and Spanish Fork.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
And welcome back here on Spanish Fork 17 as our Lady Dons have defeated the Cedar City Red Women in this one 13-7 in a dominant performance all around for the Lady Dons as they advance to the championship game at 1:30 this afternoon against the Bear River Bears. And if they are to win that one, they'll have another game shortly after that. So another opportunity for the Lady Dons to win their 4th consecutive high school state championship.
And what an absolute opportunity, and a nice game there for the Dons all around. A nice pitching effort by Briley Young. The bats came out in this game in a big way, and so obviously they would love for all of this to translate into their games here, hopefully, against Bear River.
Yeah, it was a game of home runs, 4 home runs off the bat of the Red Women, all coming from the top of the lineup. And for the Lady Dons, the home runs were in full force as well. And a nice, strong performance as the Dons were able to jump on them early, scoring 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th as part of their. They scored runs in 5 innings, but those were the 3 big innings where the runs were able to come across. And a 13-7 win, as we mentioned, for the Lady Dons over the Red Women in this one.
Yes,
and a reminder about next game, we'll be back here on Spanish Fork 17 as the Lady Dons play the Bear River Bears at around 1:30, so be sure to tune into that one. We'll have a great one coming up. So I'm Elliot Charles for Andrew LaRose and for everyone on our fantastic crew. We thank you for joining in this 13-7 win. It is another winner for the Lady Dons, and we'll be back in a minute.
You've known us in your community for years. With our ever-expanding certified truck selection, we invite you to come see what a best-in-state used car dealership feels like. All our trucks have warranties available to purchase, and with our background in vehicle repairs, we know how to pick the right truck for you. Come down and test drive one of our many qualified pre-owned trucks today. I promise you won't regret it.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Your Trusted Choice agent is Matt Barber. Call Matt at 798-7461.
Honey, can you get that?
Hello? Honey, it's for you. It's your mother. You're coming here. He didn't tell me. Of course you can stay here.
Oops, better call Kendra.
Contestant number 1, Samantha Overhansley. Samantha Overhansley, she's from Birdseye, Utah. Being part of Spanish Fort Fiesta Day royalty, she'd like to promote the value of hard work, respect, and dedication to our community and to our country. She works and lives on a ranch, and she knows the value of getting up early to take care of livestock. It would help her grow and get out of her comfort zone if she were to be selected. She would like to continue the tradition of being a part of Fiesta Day's royalty, and she is a member of the National Honor Society and also a National Junior Honor Society. She enjoys riding dirt bikes. She has a passion for animals, drawing, and artwork, and she spends a lot of time with her family and friends. She's a 2017 Utah County Fair Barrel Champion, National Little Britches Finals Rodeo in Guthrie, Oklahoma finalist, and she is nominated for the Kiwanis International Award 2017. She likes to build tie, and she's won awards in all around rodeos. She enjoys helping others, particularly her elders, keeping up with the gardens, moving cattle, taking care of animals while everybody's out of town. And that is Samantha Overhansley.
I got so much going on in my busy little life between National Honor Society, dirt biking, and Little Britches Rodeoing. And with that comes finals in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and I cannot wait to go back. And let's talk about Fiesta Days. I've been to these rodeos my whole life, and ever since I was a little girl, I've wanted to be a part of something as big as this. The barrel racing and trail racing is my favorite. I mean, what could be more entertaining than watching a couple guys run around the arena, not fall off or get bucked off. The rodeo clowns are hilarious. Hats off to those guys. There's never a dull moment with them around. Now I should probably tell you a little bit more about my rodeo. When it comes to goat tying, pole bending, barrel racing, and roping, I'm your girl. You see, me and my horses make a pretty darn good team. I mean, we're faster than Jackrabbit Run from Wildfire. And this year in Guthrie, Oklahoma, we plan on bringing home the gold. And National Honor Society is not easy. Maintaining an above-average GPA has its work cut out. But it's totally worth it. I get to do community service and meet a whole bunch of new and exciting people. And dirt biking on the other hand, kind of a crazy person rides dirt bikes, right? Well, you're kind of looking at one. Now I only have a short amount of time with y'all today, so that's just a little bit about me, Samantha Lynn Overhansley.
Contestant number 2 is Camila Morley. Camila's from Salem, Utah. Music. There we go. Growing up, she had to learn very quickly the importance of management. She is flexible and accepts challenges well. She knows how to collaborate ideas with others, and she loves being around people. Some of her hobbies, she likes trail riding, feeling the rush of the wind and full of horsepower, training and teaching lessons, hiking and running, sewing, and she's fluent in Bulgarian. She wants to give back. She loves the sport of rodeo. She wants to improve her skills as a horsewoman and a person and be an influence and support in our local community. She was an ambassador for SUU 2018-19, sister training leader for Bulgaria Sofia Mission in 2017. She's a school representative, state finalist, family consumer science, sterling scholar, outstanding senior student by Kiwanis International, vice president of the National Honor Society, first attended Miss Salem Loyalty, Salem Hills Debate 2013, president of the ALA Seminary Council, and she was part of the Barkov Icelandic Choir, and she's also an assistant barn manager. And that is Jamila Morley.
Добре дошли днес. Сърцето на cowboy има много силен нещо. That's Bulgarian for the heart of a cowboy is a very strong thing. The heart of a cowboy is a very rare trait that few possess. At the very core of rodeo, there are three things: God, country, and family. I've loved watching my family grow closer together as we participate in a sport that we love and strive to honor God. One of my favorite events is team roping. I love the amount of trust that you must have in your partner as you come out of that chute. I'm in the chute, my rope is up, but timid do I feel. This moment's grand, all eyes on me, and trembling I sit. With a silent prayer upon my lips, I utter my thought. Dear Father, I'm scared, and I feel alone. This moment's come for me, and I can't do this on my own. Dear child, look over the chute and stare. I'm here, I'm your healer, don't you know? My job is to finish the work you've begun, and together as partners, we'll share. When the crowd gets too noisy and you forget what to do, don't worry, don't stew. Your faithful healer is here for you. I'm right here next to you, and together as partners we'll ride. I'm head, you're head, and I'm heels, and we'll shoot out the loops. My dad was my partner for that simple ride, but he taught me a lesson of life. Success is a personal battle. It's who you are, and it's who you've become. Like Hall of Famer cowboy and local Lewis Fields once said, I rode tough. I could ride with pain and with courage. I was a fierce competitor in the arena, but a quiet and respectable man outside the gate. I just want to be remembered as a cowboy. And like Lewis, I just want to be remembered as a cowgirl. Thank you.
Contestant 3 is Heidi Colburn. Heidi K. Colburn is from Spanish Fork, Utah. Her hobbies include collecting Harry Potter memorabilia, mounted shooting, dancing, fashion designing, visual merchandising, and acting. She's an academic All-State winner and region winner. She's lettered in drill team. She has a passion for fashion scholarship winner, and she's president's honor roll for 4 consecutive quarters at the Art Institute. She's won various titles: Art City Days, Royalty, Genola Rodeo, Strawberry Days, and she's been a part of the Fiesta Days and she's Stampede. Some of her other activities include she's a full-time manager of players at Southtown Mall in Sandy. She gives riding lessons to beginning riders, and rodeo queen has been a huge part of her life for many years. Her goal is to share her love of rodeo, educate others about our lifestyle, and be the best representative to the community that she can. And that is Heidi K. Colburn.
Heroes. The definition of a hero is someone who is admired or idealized by their outstanding achievements, courage, or noble qualities. Willie Nelson sings a song that I couldn't agree with more. My heroes have always been cowboys. Outstanding achievements? Where do I start? Trevor Brazil has won 23 world titles, 13 of them being all-around titles and 10 of them being won consecutively. Then who could forget Charmaine James? This amazing barrel racer has 11 world titles under her belt buckle, including the ones that she won at just 14 years old. Then of course Mary Berger. This amazing barrel racer made history by being the oldest competitor in WPRA and PRCA history at age 68. So for outstanding achievements, check. Courage, Louis Field comes to mind. After winning 5 world titles and becoming the first PRCA rough stock rider to ever earn $1 million, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He fought courageously for 5 months and was even on horseback 2 days before his passing. Now, his legacy lives on through his family's Buck Cancer campaign to raise money to help others that have been affected by pancreatic cancer. Noble qualities. Our very own Steve Money, Mr. Rodeo, was named PRCA Committee Member of the Year in 2017. He would always tease me and my mom when I was younger about putting ribbons in my horse's mane and tail. So when I first became Fiesta Day's second attendant back in 2013, we made sure to put as many ribbons and as much glitter on my horse as possible, just for him. His kindness always made me smile. All of these amazing men and women are the perfect examples of the word hero, and they are my reasons that my heroes have always been cowboys. Thank you.
Contestant number 4, Kelsey Mills. Kelsey Mills is from North Salt Lake. Some of her hobbies and activities include, over the past 6 years, she's been managing junior high as well as high school wrestling teams as their head manager. This has taken place not only in South Davis Junior High, but Woods Cross High School. Next to that, she's been her musical theater career, which she's been part of since 5th grade. Acting in 3 separate schools as well as in her high school, which is the best in the state. She sings as part of her high school concert choir, which include a week-long trip for competition, as well as a few other days of competition here in Utah. Some of her past titles include Miss Rodeo Draper, second attendant, Miss Rodeo West Jordan, Western Stampede, Miss Rodeo Morgan Queen. Some of her achievements: she's the head manager of the team, the wrestling team, best musical production in Utah. She's an FFA member, FFA Sentinel, FFA head of activities and president, and concert choir Heritage Festival gold first place. And that is Kelsey Mills.
I've had so many young women in my life show me that hard work and determination is exactly what I need. Girls like Abby Watts, who grew up singing and dancing her way past any other girl who dared get up on the same stage as her. But there's another girl. Have you ever, well, I know that we all have memories of climbing trees as kids, but my question is, did you ever fall? Marley did. And after Marley fell, she woke up a day later, paralyzed from the waist down. This was only in 5th grade. Years later, last February, Marley has now signed a 4-year scholarship, full ride with the University of Illinois, on one condition. She'll be playing wheelchair basketball for their wheelchair basketball team for the next 4 years. Girls like Lisa, who I met back in 2015 at a Rodeo Queen boot camp. Lisa had just obtained the title of Miss Rodeo Austin, and it was my 2nd year of rodeo queening. She had flown from Texas to Ogden, Utah to prepare for the Miss Rodeo Texas pageant. She then obtained that title of Miss Rodeo Texas 2016. Later that year in December, obtained the title of Miss
Hello and welcome to our, on Spanish Fork 17, for our 4A High School State Championship game between the Spanish Fork Dons and the Bear River Bears. And we have a good one here with us today with a state title on the line.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey for the Lady Dons having to come through the losers bracket on this one, but they are here. They're here in the championship game, giving themselves a chance. They will need to win this one along with another one in order to eliminate the Bear River Bears and take their 4th straight state championship.
Yeah, very impressive runs for the Dons of late, winning in 15, 16, and 17, looking for their 4th straight. And for the seniors, trying to have a 4-peat, there are 3 seniors in our starting lineup today. right off the top with Mallory Barber, Gabby Beckstrom, and Jordan Bates. So those three looking for their 4th consecutive state championship. But like we mentioned a moment ago, a game starting at 1:30 against the Bear River Bears. And should they win that first one, they will have a second one 20 minutes afterwards, and we will have that one as well if the Dons are able to win this one.
Absolutely, and yeah, we're hoping to stick around for both games, that's for sure. And so make sure that you guys are getting all your folks tuned in on this one on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Make sure your friends, your cousins, your second cousins, your neighbor's dog, everybody, get everybody on the YouTube channel and watching this one live. If you are tuning in on this one on the cable channel, make sure that you're getting everyone tuned in on our YouTube channel. Again, it's youtube.com/SpanishFork17.
And for today's game, the Dons come in at 27-2, having won 3 in a row. The Bear River Bears at 28-5 on a 9-game winning streak. Bear River going straight through the winner's bracket. So far in this tournament, Bear River beating Ogden in the opener 20-0. Then Uinta 9-1, Twilla 8-4, and Cedar City yesterday 8-4. The Dons with a little bit of a tougher road getting here with a 18-1 win over Canyon View, and then a 10-3 over Ridgeline before falling to Cedar City 2-1 a couple days ago. But the Dons bouncing back in the loose bracket nicely with 3 consecutive wins. A win over Desert Hills yesterday, 12-0. Then a 9-3 win over Twilla, and then earlier today, a 13-7 win to revenge on that Cedar City team that they lost to earlier in this tournament to advance to the championship game this afternoon.
Oh, you knew as soon as they knew that Cedar City was going to be their opponent in that playing game, they had that circled in red. They wanted revenge so bad in that one, and they certainly did. A nice pitching game there by Briley Young all the way up into the 7th inning. Jordan Bay came in to close out, and the bats came out in that game. It was an absolute offensive onslaught there. And so they're looking obviously for another offensive performance here to be able to stick with the Bear River Bears, and they'll also be hoping for another great pitching performance from Jordan Bate.
And on the mound today for the Bear River Bears will be Capri Toon, the senior leader for this Bear River team, as ball. Nope, that is a strike. A very late call by the umpire there. A little bit confusing to the senior third baseman, Mallory Barber, who will be leading things off for the Dons here today in the top of the first. And a pitch low and in the dirt to Mallory Barber. We'll bring the count to 1-1 now. Barber, one of the senior leaders on this team, recognized a moment ago out there in the infield as they took a moment to recognize the seniors on both teams for their great accomplishments so far this season, as that ball is ripped out into left center field, and that ball will bounce off of the wall, and a great start here as she will slide in for a leadoff double here in the top of the first.
Absolutely, just what the Dons needed. A double there by Mallory Barber. She rips that one out to the gap there in left field, able to find the ball. Almost one of those I was like, maybe it carries, but ends up hitting the wall, and that's a nice leadoff double there for Barber.
And that will bring up the senior shortstop, Gabby Beckstrom, who will take strike one. This umpire very slow in making strikes and making the call, as Gabby Beckstrom is at the plate now with Mallory Barber on second base. And a pitch low and in the dirt will bring the count even at 1-1. The lineup for the Lady Dons today is as follows. We saw Mallory Barber a moment ago, Gabby Beckstrom at the plate, followed by the big combo of Jordan Bate and Briley Rudd batting 3 and 4 today, as that pitch is grounded just foul down the right hand side, bringing the count to 1-2 on Beckstrom. Batting 5th today will be the second baseman, the junior Aislinn Sharp. Batting 6th will be the right fielder, Lindsey Smith. And then Amanda Mitchell, Murray Condi, and Trinity Benson will finish the lineup out.
Yep, an absolutely dangerous Dons lineup.
And the pitch is low, and she swings and misses for strike 3, but the catcher unable to make the play. And Gabby Beckstrom is able to reach safely via the strikeout.
Yeah, via the strikeout. That's always an interesting one, as it squirts away from the Bear River catcher there. And bit of an unfortunate play, I guess, for the Bears. Definitely a nice play there for the Lady Dons, as it also moves Mallory Barber on over to third base.
Yeah, first and third as Jordan Bate steps up to the plate for the first time in this game, as that pitch is low and outside, bringing the count to 1-0 now on Bate. Early opportunity for the Dons here in the top of the first. Runners on first and third, and nobody out. as that pitch will be strike one. And on the play, Gabby Beckstrom stealing second base with no throw. A little bit of an interesting decision by the Bears there, not making an attempt, and now 2 runners in scoring position for the Dons here in the early going.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice.
And that pitch will be on the outside corner for strike 2, bringing the count to 1-2 now on Bate.
One of the big RBI producers for the Lady Dons, and so certainly with 2 runners in scoring position, big opportunity.
And that pitch is fouled back as the count remains 1-2. Barber is on third. Beckstrom is on second. And the big senior pitcher at the plate.
Yeah, still no outs in this inning, so definitely can just blow this thing right open right to start off.
And that pitch is just outside, bringing the count even at 2-2 now.
Nice job there by Bates to not chase that one. Kind of tempting there, kind of nibbling at the plate.
And again, a pitch low and outside, and a nice block there by Ashley Hess, who has struggled a little bit here in the early going, not able to catch that strike 3 on Beckstrom, allowing her to reach first.
Yeah, a lot of balls in the dirt in this one for Hess, and some of them been handled well, others maybe not so much. It comes that full count to Jordan Bate.
And that pitch is popped up to the left-hand side. And the shortstop calls that one off. A nice play by Taylor Fox there in foul territory for the first out of the inning here in the top of the first.
Yep, they definitely wanted that one, as Jordan Bay is one of the more dangerous hitters in the Lady Dons lineup, and so to be able to get that out with runners on second and third is a really big out there for the Bears.
And as the junior catcher Briley Rudd steps to the plate, another good opportunity for the Dons as that pitch is low for ball 1. With that first out being recorded, we'd like to take a moment to give you the defensive orientation for the Bear Rivers defense today. From left to right in the outfield will be Keegan Summers in left, Mercedes Call in center, and Bailey Tyre in right. That pitch just outside, bringing the count to 2-0. Now on Rudd, and on the infield from left to right, Oakley Maxfield at third, as you saw a moment ago. Taylor Fox at short, making a nice play there. And Josie Larkin at second, with Oakley Trapp at first base. As that pitch is a strike, bringing the count to 2-1. Now on Rudd. And then the pitcher-catcher duo today, as we mentioned, Capri Toon on the mound. Swing and a miss for strike 2 there. And behind the plate is Ashley Hess doing the catching duties for the Bear River Bears today.
Certainly Lady Dons would like to be able to keep this defense busy, getting as many balls as they can out and play, and go ahead and make the defense make some plays out there.
And that pitch is strike 3, looking to Rudd, and back-to-back big outs here for the Bears, as the Dons have been unable to capitalize so far on it. Second and third with nobody out.
And that one stings a little bit with 3 and 4 hitters up there and unable to produce an RBI there in either of those situations. But we'll see what Aylin Sharp is able to do here.
As Aislinn takes strike 1 there. Aislinn has been the most productive hitter for the Lady Dons this entire state tournament, so the right player to have at the plate right now, she pops one up, and the pitcher is able to make the catch. Capri Toon able to work out of a big jam there in the top of the first, and no runs on 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, and in the top of the first in this 2018 state championship of the game, the Dons are unable to get runs on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that one definitely hurts. You get those runners at second and third and not able to get one of them to come across the plate. Kind of an unfortunate start for the Dons, but you got your ace pitcher Jordan Bate up there. Hopefully she's going to be able to put up a 0 as well.
And as we head down to the bottom of the half of the first inning, before we talk about Bate, we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for today's game: the Tony Bass Auto Group, Dickerson Automotive, Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikel Christiansen Wise Attorneys at Law, MVP Sports, Sporting Goods for all seasons, and 2 Jack's Pizza. And as you mentioned a moment ago, Jordan Bate, the Dons ace out on the mound. What should we expect to see from her today, Andrew?
We should expect lots of strikeouts. She is an absolute K machine. She does nothing but strike out people. But thankfully for her, she also has a great defense behind her as well. But I expect this one to be a low-scoring one for the Bear River Bears, because Jordan Bate is an absolute ace out there, and I expect her to this one down to be able to get themselves in a position where they can move on to the second championship game today.
Beat on the year in 18 appearances, 14-1, a 1.40 ERA with 13 complete games, 7 shutouts, and 4 no-hitters. So an absolute dominant force on the mound as that pitch is low and inside for ball 1 to the Bears leadoff hitter, the senior center fielder Mercedes Call.